Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington football team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. They found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Now Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny when we talked to him. All he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about. Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's taken in by Stewart. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Complete.
7 yards to pick up there.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now. It's Terry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
On 3rd down, it's Terry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's 3-0 Washington.
Washington 3. Bengals nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, And even then, they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The tackle by
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Brate, the tight end's got it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. The numbers in last week's game for Stewart. 7 catches, 93 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a play fake here on first down.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 46, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 15.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yeah. Bengals nothing.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced them to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and
he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Now Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
The 25. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Gallup with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And the lead is now 24. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
The ball carrier.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
31.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Bengals.
First down. Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 15.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Nixon trying to punch it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Bengals 3.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on, because you might wear the defense down.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time, because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
From the contact. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And the Bengals first.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Burrow's pass.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 33-21 was the final. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Taken down.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
The pass.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 5-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
Complete to Joe Mixon. A 4-yard.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Moreau here. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 8 at the 17-yard.
Burrow looking to pass. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Slant pass to Boyd. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And a Bengal 1st down.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, it's Terry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third, and
they'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Washington.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
21 more.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And Brate, the tight end's got it. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
He'll fire this deep from...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Michael Gallup, 38 yards.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's low. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The left side completion to Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Burrow going to throw again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time. And it's 3rd down.
Intended for Josh Reynolds. Incomplete. It's 3rd.
Now they run with Mixon.
10.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
Complete to Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
The extra point forthcoming.
Extra point.
And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Again, the ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
The ball.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 2nd down, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
To the air again, Burrow. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow.
And able to complete it to Moreau. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver.
But now it's 3rd down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? They had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They'll run on 1st down. Terry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sam Hubbard on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Washington,
the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come.